Hello, my little diamonds. Welcome to Season 1, Episode 1 of Darlia's Dreams. And tonight we have a very special guest. That we have Tori Drake, owner of Bellissimi Regali. She's also my daughter, so I'm very excited to have her on the show tonight. So, Tori, how are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm super excited to get this thing going.
Absolutely. So, you want to tell us a little bit about Bellissimi Regali and what that is?
Yeah, so basically what I do is I shop around and look for vintage and unique items for people's homes, and I purchase them and sell them online.
Excellent. So, why the name Bellissimi Regali? What does that mean, and why did you choose it?
So it means beautiful gifts in Italian, and I chose it because I wanted a unique name and something that would stand out and make me different than everyone else.
All right. So, here's what I really want to know. Well, I want to know a lot of things tonight. I'm glad we've got some time, and I'm glad you all are here to listen with us. So, what prompted you to start your own business in the first place?
Well, I've always had a side hustle. Ever since elementary school, I've always had something going. I used to make headbands out of magazines and sell them at school, and then I made necklaces out of beer bottle caps, and I would sell those as well. And then in high school, I made pearl necklaces and would sell those. So this is just another kind of entrepreneurial thing that I'm doing.
Yeah, I remember that in high school. It was kind of neat walking down the halls of your high school, and I would be like, okay, that's one of Tori's. That's one of Tori's necklaces. So, why did you start this type of business with antiques and collectibles? And thank you for bringing some on our show and really spiffing up our decor here tonight. So, why did you start this type of business?
I've always had a love for antiques and home decor. It started when I was younger, kind of going to estate sales and auctions with my grandfather, and that just ever since then, I've loved antiques and wanted to buy and resell them.
Excellent. Okay, so let's dive a little deeper. And I want you, I hope you remember this conversation. I'm not sure if you do or not, but it resonates with me so tremendously. And it's only been about 3 weeks ago, so chances are you probably remember it. So you and I were sitting at the dinner table, and it was right after we finished eating, and you looked at me and you said specifically, and I wrote it down, I'm keeping myself small. And I said, I agree. You are keeping yourself small and your business small. And I promise you, it wasn't even 24 hours. It was the exact next day. There was a change in your focus, and sales just started going off the charts. So I really want to ask you what was going through your head when you made that statement, and really what changed, because you've had Bellissimi Regali for a little while, but it's really these last few weeks that you're just unstoppable.
Well, I always kept like 5 to 10 items with me, just something that I could manage in my college apartment. And then over the summer, I had an experience where there was an estate sale with a large lot of stuff, and it was a bunch of stuff that I knew I could resell, so I just went for it and bid and won on the estate sale and won a large lot, almost 2 cars fulls of stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so ever since then, it's just really picked up since I took that leap.
So this was one of those like online auctions where you go and you're bidding down to the last
bidding
minute
against other people.
Oh my gosh, that's scary, but it's such a rush too.
It is, yeah.
When you win that,
it's addicting.
It is, and then your fingers start shaking.
Yeah.
And so how do you know when to stop bidding and when to keep going?
Well, I kind of set limits for myself. Sort of look at the items that were in the listing and try to figure out the resale value of that, and then stop when I didn't think I could make any more money.
Yeah, that takes a lot of self-control to stop.
Yeah, it does.
So a couple of things that, I'm sure some people want to know is you're really pretty young to start your own business. So the kind of hours that you've put in these last few weeks, I mean, feels like you're working 24/7 almost to me sometimes. So, what are some things that you think you might be missing out on?
Well, honestly, sometimes it doesn't even feel like work because I enjoy it so much. Originally, I was hoping to have an internship this summer, but I mostly just wanted the internship so I could get money so I could invest it back
Wait,
into my company.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Stop the presses. So what Tori's saying to you guys, she didn't really need the mentor or she didn't really need an internship, but she would like some money. So if anybody's listening from sugardaddy.com, hey Tori, what's your Venmo?
My Venmo is Tori Drake.
Hit her up. Let me get my Kris Kardashian on over here. Hit her up. Make an investment in Bellissimi Regali. Okay, so yeah, I'm just kind of teasing there, folks, but really, and she's worked a couple of other jobs this summer too, for the fact just to get money to invest them in Bellissimi Regali.
I'm flying out to Dallas tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, got an early flight to Dallas. And then every penny that you make, you're putting back into Bellissimi. So it definitely takes a hustle and a certain kind of personality for this. So something that, a lot of people are a little scared when they're starting or they're thinking about spreading their wings and trying something new or starting something as big as your own small business. So I want to know, what's the biggest mistake that you've made so far?
Well, the first order that I ever got, I had never even stepped foot into a post office before, so I had no idea how to ship and sell these items. I literally had never been to the post office. And so the first item I ever got, I didn't know how to wrap it. I just barely put a little bit of bubble wrap in there, and it arrived completely shattered. But luckily enough for me, the lady that got it was super kind. She walked me through exactly how to wrap the packages, so I learned from her, not to make that mistake again. And it was devastating because I thought the item was beautiful, so just to see it shattered was heartbreaking. And then another mistake that I made is
we're getting two for the price of one, folks. Hold on to your hats.
When I was away at college, I wasn't taking the business as seriously as I am now. I just kind of posted some stuff and forgot about it. Like, I wasn't actively working on it. And I waited a month to ship someone's order, and they left me a fat, nasty review on Etsy, and I look at it almost every day and regret, because I ship out items the next day now. Like, I don't do that at all. So to see that review just looking at me, like, that was a big mistake I made early on.
Yeah, so it sounds like, first of all, that big, fat, nasty review is really just a little gasoline in the tank to keep you going and keep you motivated. Yeah. So it's all in how we take those negatives and turn them into a positive. And a couple of your biggest mistakes that you've mentioned have both been around shipping.
Mm-hmm.
And, I almost said, well, shame on me, Mom, for her never being in a post office. And then I'm like, well, hell, not shame on me. When have I ever been to a post office? Like, in this day and age, you just don't have to go to the post office anymore. So yeah, those are great. And I want to talk about something that's a little more serious and a little different, but I've noticed on your social media platforms that you have talked about having ADHD, and it's not a secret, mm-hmm. and it's not something that we try to hide. It's something that you live with every day. And so for anyone with ADHD that's thinking of doing something like starting their own business, or that really requires heavy attention to detail, a lot of notes, you don't want to miss anything, could you share possibly some tricks that you're doing with your business that help you keep and, stay organized?
Well, it's pretty easy for me to hone in my focus when something really interests me. So I'm really invested and interested in what I do. So it doesn't really seem like work, and it's not hard for me to gauge my attention on it. And like when something sells, I try to immediately mark it sold, and just trying to really keep track of my receipts and all that stuff come tax time. So just really, the best advice I could give is just try to do something that you really truly enjoy, because it makes it a lot easier to manage.
Yeah, well, and thank you for sharing that, because I know a lot of people with any type of, and I don't want to call it a disability. I'm not sure what the the right thing is to call it, but any type of situation like ADHD or that type of they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to acknowledge it. And unfortunately, in this society, when that happens, people don't learn from each other, and we don't come together as a community to really say, here's how this person learns, or here's how this person needs to focus or needs structure for their regular jobs and their daily life. So thank you for sharing that. And I did notice another thing that you didn't mention that you do is occasionally you do these Facebook lives, or you go live to sell some of your items, and you take meticulous notes on which caller called in, what they order, the price that was agreed on. So when that call ends, you start putting your shipping labels together and your pricing, so there's no mix up, or you don't wait to the next day a lot of times. So, that's something that everybody could try too. So before we get into what's coming next, or I want to know that for both your business and for you, are there anything else that you want to talk about that you would like our callers to know about Bellissimi, or everything that you see back here from the food dogs?
It's for sale.
Yeah, we've got a lovely Wedgwood piece back here, a little trinket holder. You'll see a lot of that type of item on Tori's. She's on Instagram,
Facebook, Etsy.
Yeah, pretty much most of the important social media.
Soon to be on eBay.
Yep. Her LLC is coming through, and you'll see more and more of her items on eBay as well. So certainly an exciting time. And I know that she mentioned the other day that it's those pieces that she really, really falls in love with.
They sell immediately.
Yeah. So
I bought a bunny rabbit the other day, and I really wanted to keep it. So I put the price on it way above what it was supposed to sell for. And sure enough, that thing sold the next day, and I was heartbroken because I wanted to keep it. It was my good luck bunny.
And it was good luck.
Yeah.
See, it sold right away. But yeah, so I guess, is that what when you're picking out items, that's what you truly go for, is stuff that really speaks to you?
Yeah, I try to get stuff that I would want. Just in case I get stuck with it, then I'm not stuck with a bunch of stuff I hate.
Right. That's a good strategy. All right. So what do you see, kind of what's next for Bellissimi Regali? Like, where are you going to take it
So
next?
like you mentioned, I'm in the process of getting my LLC. And once I do that, I'm going to have a lot more inventory and new items coming your way. I'm going to go to the mart, the home decor mart, and get more items there. So I plan on growing a lot.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed that the last couple of weeks you've been working at the mart in Atlanta, and you're going to the mart in Dallas.
So I'm getting experience.
Exposure and experience each way. So that's great. So I want you to think about this next one, because this is a big one, and we all don't know this because this show's all about dreaming and trying new things. So what do you see next for Tori Drake, either with Bellissimi or without? Just where do you see your life kind of going and expanding, and what are you focusing on next?
Well, really, my main focus right now is graduating. So once I graduate, I'm graduating.
Can I get an amen, folks?
Woo!
Woo!
So once I graduate, I'm not sure if I'll end up doing something with my major. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But Bellissimi is something that I'll always continue to do.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah, I agree that graduating's kind of first. Bellissimi's also going, and there are no limits. So I want every guest and every listener to really keep that top of mind, that if you can dream it, you can do it. But the most important thing, you have to try. Because if you don't try, you can't succeed at anything. So, Tori, it was a pleasure. Thank you for coming on our show. And we will be checking back in with you soon, probably a couple of months. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.